Thank you for joining us on ABC 24 and 24 Plus. I am ABC 24 anchor Pepper Baker. It's been 1 year since Memphis Shelby County Schools had quite a shakeup with leadership, and today we are sitting down in an exclusive interview with the man who a year ago emphasized his commitment to overcome chaos that surrounded the district and probably provide just some steadiness with his leadership. And that man is here with us today. That is interim Memphis Shelby County Schools Superintendent Dr. Roderick Richmond. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Pepper, for inviting me.
Of course. So, Dr. Richmond, you've served in the Memphis Shelby County School District for over 30 years, so you are a familiar face to anybody who's familiar with education in this area. But for those who aren't, do you mind just telling us a little bit about who you are and how you would describe yourself?
Yeah. I'm Dr. Roderick Richmond. As you said, I've been in the district for over 32 years. I started off in 1993 as a language arts teacher at Airways Middle School. I went on to become an administrator at Ross Elementary and Ridgeway Middle Schools, where I was the principal of both schools. They were wonderful schools. I had great community support, parents, students, everyone. We had two high-performing schools. And in 2007, then Superintendent Dr. Carol Johnson invited me to central office to head up our school turnaround. We were working then closely with Governor Bredesen. Those schools were the striving schools, and then we ended up getting a new superintendent, Dr. Kreiner Cash. I continued to work with our turnaround schools, being the architect of what was then called our I-Zone. I also served as the transformation officer. I've also been a deputy superintendent. I was chair of the merger when Shelby County Schools and Memphis City Schools merged. So I've served in a number of roles with Memphis City Schools, as well as Shelby County, and now Memphis Shelby County Schools.
Most definitely. Such a robust experience, resume there, if you will. That is quite a lot. You did step into the role as interim superintendent almost a year ago to the month.
Yes.
And it was during a very contentious school board meeting. It was the school board voting to terminate the former MSCS superintendent's contract. And then you were pretty much voted into the interim position immediately after. Is there anything about that meeting that you wish could have been handled differently looking back now? Yeah,
that meeting was a very contentious meeting. Of course, you don't want any of your board meetings to look like that. What I've focused on the past year is to work closely with my board and to work closely with our team to ensure that all of our committee meetings, all of our work sessions, and all of our board meetings are seamless and that they're positive and upbeat and they're focused on students as well as staff. And so I just like to think that over the past year, we've moved away from having those types of contentious meetings. Okay. And yes, there was a lot of people present for that meeting, and probably more than any other school board meeting I've seen in my time as a journalist. But do you think that there are misconceptions about, or the public has misconceptions about current leadership based on their judgment of that particular meeting? Yes. First of all, I'd like to think that we have a great school board. Our board did what they thought was right. Sometimes the larger public is not aware, or they may not be privy to all of the facts surrounding a meeting like that or a decision that the board is having to make. When I look back even at myself, I share with the larger community. That's not who I am, but I was thrown aback really by the individuals who have always supported me throughout my career. I grew up in the same community where that particular organization is housed, and so I was thrown aback because throughout my career I've had support from the larger community as well as that community organization. So sometimes in the moment things may happen that in retrospect we look back at those things and we ask ourselves what could have happened differently, but for whatever reason they happen. I want us to move forward, move past those things. And I think over the past year, we've been able to do that.
Perfect. So let's get into that. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the current leadership and the progress that you all have made over the last year. So first, just what would you describe your relationship with the current school board?
I have a great relationship with the school board. One of the things I wanted to focus on my first 100 days was governance and board relationships. And what I've tried to do with our board is to keep them informed, to reach out to them, to build those relationships, to let them know that they can have all the confidence in the world in me and my staff, to ask them what are the things that they need or want, but also to work with them to ensure that we're doing all that we can to support schools and to ensure that our first and foremost goal is student achievement and moving our district forward.
Okay, we'll get into some of those numbers. Before, though, I want to ask you, what would you say your leadership style is? What is your approach?
My approach is to hire good people, to surround myself with people who are strong and people who are good leaders, and to allow them to do their job. I often tell people I can either win with your team or I can win with my team. Pretty much a lot of the individuals who were there or who are here now, I've worked with. I've continued to try to work with those individuals. I wanted to initially stabilize the district, and in stabilizing the district, I wanted us to continue to have that continuity. You can't have a successful team if each and every day or each and every year you're changing people out. My approach is to also support and coach people toward effectiveness. I think the number one aspect or the thing we should look for in leaders is that person able to develop others? Throughout my career, I've been able to develop others. You can see those individuals throughout our district in key positions and roles, people that I've mentored, people that I've coached, and people that I've supported. So I just like to think that I'm, first of all, a participatory, servant leader. I believe I'm not going to ask anybody to do anything that I'm not willing to do. I don't mind rolling my sleeves up and doing the tough work, but I also like to involve others. So participatory leadership is important, delegating is important, and supporting and coaching people. So if I had to say who I am as a leader, that's who I am, a true servant leader.
Okay, talk your talk. I was pretty confident there. All right, so let's get into some of the numbers here. So 2024-2025 school year, the state put out their report card, and there were some gains, some notable gains that we reported on as well. Particularly the graduation readiness went up 11 percentage points, and particularly the 3rd to 5th grade ELA scores went up 2.3 percentage points, which is a huge deal because that Tennessee 3rd grade reading law a few years ago had a lot to do with how those students were going to excel in reading, and as a former ELA teacher yourself. So yes, what do you contribute, what do you point to that success? What caused, or how did you guys see those gains?
Particularly in those 3 through 5 grades where you see the ELA gains, we've made a significant investment in what's called our SEAs, and that's to reduce the teacher to pupil ratio, to focus on literacy. So we've invested in literacy. I want to say we invested in that grade band approximately $32 million, and I think we can see that ROI. But we've also put in place an academic plan. We put an academic plan in place. We've started to do lesson plans for our teachers. We've tried to take things off their plate so they can truly focus on instruction. We also have academic coordinators, and those academic coordinators in those content areas are providing content expertise and support to teachers. And so I think we're seeing the return on investment when it comes to particularly literacy, but just having a laser-like focus and being able to support instruction more. But also asking our principals to do more. Each and every month we do what's called calibrations, where we're working with our school leadership to ensure they know what effective instruction looks like as well.
Okay, it sounds like a lot of hands-on work here.
A lot of hands-on work.
So are you going into schools and you're really visiting teachers in their classrooms? You know, because sometimes superintendents aren't always seen. Like, people don't always know who's leading the school district, but are you making an effort to make sure you are seen by students, teachers, principals, parents?
I've tried to be as engaging and accessible as I possibly can to the community. When we move to our regional structure, part of moving to the regional structure is to have equity and access. And that equity and access allows regional superintendents, our instructional leadership coaches, our academic coordinators, it allows them to do what's called provide push-in support. So with them being able to provide push-in support, we're not always asking teachers to come to central office or to come somewhere for professional development. We're able to have those touch points that are in those regions. We're also looking at what you call vertical alignment. So we're in elementary, middle, and high schools that are part of those feeder patterns, providing that instructional support.
Okay, wow, yeah, that's a lot of work there. So I do want to talk about some of the struggle or problem areas still.
Sure.
So absenteeism saw a rise, a 0.7% rise, and then increase. And then there was also student enrollment seems to still be a little bit of a problem spot. 650 students increase this year, which isn't a lot when you're considering how massive MSCS is. So how are you planning to address absenteeism and then getting that enrollment number up?
Yeah, so with our chronic absenteeism rate, when we looked at it back in the fall, we actually saw a decrease. Now, I know when it came back from the state, it was about 0.2% increase. This year we had an initiative called Show Up for Greatness, where we've gone out, we've knocked on doors, we're trying to let parents and students know, hey, we need you in school each and every day. We also have what's called our attendance liaisons. So those attendance liaisons are calling students, calling parents each and every day to see what are the quantitative or qualitative factors that are prohibiting students from being in school each and every day. So we're going to continue to do those things. I anticipate our enrollment is going to go up. We've seen enrollment increase, maybe not to the point that we wanted to, but our enrollment has increased a little bit this year from previous years.
Okay. All right, so pretty confident there on that one.
Pretty confident.
Okay.
We're also, I want to point out, we're also taking back in 2 schools from the ASD. So we'll be taking Hillcrest back in as well as Kirby Middle School. So with those schools coming back, we should also see an increase in our enrollment as well.
And I'm happy you're talking about taking on schools, because there's also big talk about consolidating schools. So, you know, the plan there's been numerous public meetings about it, but parents are always worried about where their child's going to go and what that's going to look like, not only for their commute, but who they're going to be taught by. So can you tell us a little more about your plan for consolidation? Where are we at now, and what do people need to know about what's to come? Yeah,
we have 2 more meetings this week, and those 2 meetings will focus on Ida B. Wells. And Ida B. Wells is a K-8 innovative school. It was a school that we put in place mainly for students who were overage. And so we brought 5 schools before the board: Georgian Hills Elementary, Fraser Corning, Chickasaw, Ida B. Wells, and the 5th school that we have brought.
I can't seem to remember on the top of my head either.
Lucy. Lucy, which will go to Millington. So those are the 5 schools that we brought forward. We have pretty much started to think through what will it look like if we merge those schools, if we close those schools, or if we look at repurposing those schools. We'll bring that information before the board as part of our policy in February, and the board will vote if we're going to move forward with doing that or if we're not going to move forward. But what my team and I have committed to is we want to be careful about leaving blight in our communities. And so if the board makes a decision to do something with those schools, we're hoping that we'll also immediately have a plan in place for those schools and those communities so that we will not leave those properties as blight in those communities.
Okay, and as we touch on local problems, and then there's stuff that's kind of going to the state level now. One last thing about local issues, small businesses and local businesses that are contracted with the school district. I know a lot of owners or small business owners around here who are constantly just worried about how the district is going to handle those contracts. From my understanding, there's a big old stack that was never touched or had been neglected. Have you all made progress on either moving through that stack or just continuing to build contracts with small businesses and local business owners in Memphis?
Great questions. One of the first things that I addressed, and I'm sure what they're talking about or referring to, is there was kind of a red folder, then it became a green folder, and we had a number of contracts that were bottlenecking last year during the 24-25 school year. One of the first things that I did when I became the interim superintendent was to streamline our process for getting contracts approved, whether they were getting approved through the district and or getting approved by being brought before the board. And that's one of the things that we pretty much haven't had many issues with this year that I'm aware of. We initially, if you go back and look at many of our board meetings during the month of May, June, and July, we bought a plethora of contracts. And that's normally the ebb and flow of how contracts should flow through your district if they need board approval, so that you can ensure that when school starts, schools have everything that they need. And I'd like to think that my team and I this year, we were able to do that.
Okay. And so now let's move out of the kind of local issues. So state level, there's two big things I want to touch on here. The first one, State Rep Gabby Salinas has proposed a bill about limiting ICE's presence in churches and schools. And this is all following everything that we're seeing nationally with ICE enforcement particularly, but we know the Memphis Safe Task Force is in Shelby County and Memphis particularly. But how do you kind of approach that? Are you supporting this bill, or how are you all already planning to protect your immigrant students?
Yeah, since probably this time last year, our general counsel, working closely with our principals, put out advisement. And that advisement was for if ICE shows up on your campus, we gave our principals an advisory and advisement of reaching out to our general counsel. I can say that we've gone through a year and ICE hasn't been on any of our school campuses as of today. So I'd just like to think that, knock on wood, so far we haven't had any issues that I can think of with ICE or ICE enforcement on our school grounds. I continue to kind of meet with our advocates and activist groups from our immigrant as well as Hispanic community to let them know that I have an open door policy. They can come and talk to me anytime about any issues or concerns that they may have. I'll continue to have those chains of command and open door policy for them to come and speak with me. But as of today, we haven't had any major concerns with ICE. I support any of our politicians who are doing anything to support our underserved students and our community. Okay.
So if I was a mother, an immigrant mother who had children in MSCS, and I'm looking to you as the interim superintendent to make sure that my kid can go to school safe, what would you assure me that would happen?
Those parents can reach out to me. They can reach out to their school principal. They can reach out to grassroots organizations, anyone that they feel that they can trust. But as the leader of this school district, I always want people to know that I'm accessible, and if they need me or my team to listen to anything, we're accessible to that.
Okay.
And amenable to it.
The second state issue I want to touch on really briefly is this looming state takeover. Sure. And the Tennessee legislative session is just starting, and that's going to be a priority item with two particularly local senator and representative. So I want to ask, are you for a state takeover? What is your stance on it? And is it more harmful to lose local control over a local school district, or could state help be beneficial?
Yeah, I would never be in favor of a state takeover. As I shared earlier, when I transitioned to the district in 2007, I established a relationship with the then governor as well as the TDOE, the Commissioner of Education, to save our schools and to let them know that we as a district, we can do this work. When the ASD legislation was crafted, much of the Appendix E of the ESEA waiver, much of that positive data around school turnaround came from the work that my team and I had done around school turnaround as part of the ASD. I tried to then explain to the then superintendent, Chris Barber, that partnering was better than creating this competition. Working together is always better than creating, appointing people. Because you have accountability through our school board. You have accountability through my staff and I. So I would never be in favor of state takeover. And what I would say is partnership over punishment. Our board made a decision that was within their rights. When I look at what we've been asked to do, we haven't avoided any of the challenges that we've been asked to address. We have an academic plan for the first time in more than a decade. We have a facilities plan. We had many legislators as well as people in the community talking about our facilities and how we were going about protecting our facilities. So we ordered, we have camera systems now that surveil all of our properties that may be boarded up. We boarded up all of our properties over the past year or so. We've sold 11 or more of our facilities and revenue generated about $27 million. We've also produced a scorecard that we've given to our board, so there was talk about accountability. I want the same thing that our legislators want. We want safe schools. When we look at our data, our incident numbers are down. We want strong academic programming, and I think we can see that our schools are headed in the right direction. And we want people we want to be fiscally responsible. And I think my team and I, along with the support of the board, we're doing all those things. So at the end of the day, we all want the same things. What I would say is that local control ensures accountability versus appointment. And so let's partner. Let's partner. Let's keep students first, not politics. And so that's what I would say about a possible state takeover. Let's work together. We've always done better by working together and having a co-management relationship. There's already things in place through TISA where the state and the Tennessee Department of Ed can hold school districts accountable.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, as we kind of cross the finish line over here now on this interview, interim superintendent, Dr. Roderick Richmond. So you've been in this interim role for about a year. What's the process to become permanent? Yeah.
Well, what first of all I've told most people is first of all it's about passion and purpose for me. You can lead from anywhere within an organization. When the board is prepared to make that decision to move forward toward a permanent superintendent, I'm sure they're going to make the right decision. What does that look like? Those decisions are left up to the board. When I even think about the decision that the board made this time last year, anyone who's in this business knows that you serve at the pleasure of that school board. And so that's the board's business. That's not my business. My business is to get up each and every day and to give this school district and this community, to give them an honest day's work. And I wake up every day and I do that with passion and purpose. I'm gonna continue to do it until the school board either makes a decision to make me the long-term permanent person, or until the school board makes another decision. And I'll accept whatever decision that is, but that's the board's business. We have a great relationship. I don't think you can hire a better person than me to lead this district. Anyone who knows me and who knows what I stand for and who knows my commitment to this district. People who know my story, you asked earlier about a year ago. People who know my story know the commitment that I've made to this community and that I've made to this school district, even when things may not have always gone the way I wanted them to go. Because I knew and I know, like I've told people, no one individual is larger than the institution in and of itself. This district isn't about me. This district is about the collectiveness of all of the employees who show up each and every day and give an honest day's work. It's about teachers, principals, students, their parents, and the larger community. So when the board is prepared, they'll say what those next steps are, and we'll see what they are. And hey, I live in the moment. I live in the moment, and I'm just excited to be blessed to have this opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 lasting questions, even though that was a great mic drop moment. I wish we could have ended it there. But if I don't ask these last 2 questions, I won't be doing my job. So you talk about the board's decision.
Sure.
And the board is, whoever's going to be on the board is a big decision this year with the elections, and all 9 seats are up or currently in litigation over 5 seats. Are you able to comment any at all about whether or not you have an opinion or a stance on whether those 5 board members should even be on the ballot come May? And then that decision about whether or not to do interim or make you the permanent, will that be something that is decided after the new seats are solidified?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start with the second question. As I've told people, I try really to stay away from hypotheticals. I try to really stay grounded in logic, things that are supported by data, whether quantitative or qualitative. So I really can't answer that question, but I will say that one thing about being the superintendent is my responsibility to always support and to implement the law or a statute. We know it's unconstitutional, and we know that it's unlawful to abbreviate someone's term who has been duly elected. And so I hope and I truly believe that those 5 individuals will be able to serve out their term as they should. And so I wish things were different because we all know, I'm gonna go back to partnership or punishment. Those individuals in our school board doesn't deserve to be punished for making a decision that they thought was in the best interest of our school district and that was in the best interest of our community. Does everybody know that? Does everybody understand that? No. And sometimes that's why leadership can sometimes be lonely because we sometimes make decisions that lay people may not truly understand. But if you ask any board's number 1 job is hiring and selecting a superintendent. That's one of the rights and responsibilities. And so I want to thank our board for all that they've done, all the scrutiny, all the stuff that they've had to put up with the past year. Again, leadership is lonely, and sometimes you have to put up with a lot that may not appear to be fair, may not appear that people love and care about you, but when you look at most of those board members have committed their lives to public service, and that should account for something.
Okay. Last question here. One of your approaches in your leadership as interim superintendent that stuck out to me was the fact that you appointed regional superintendents.
Yeah.
I wanted to get to this question before, but how is that going? Do you find that it's a more seamless process with the leadership kind of scale? It's
going great, but anytime you're implementing something that's new, we have regional superintendents and we have instructional leadership coaches. And so we're continuing to implement that with fidelity. We're continuing to get both principals, teachers, parents, and all stakeholders to understand what their roles and responsibilities are when it comes to how they support schools.
Okay, all right. I think we got a really good wraparound of who you are and what you've done in the last year, but I always like to give you the room and the space to say anything else that you feel is heavy on your heart that you think our viewers should know.
Well, I want to thank, as I go into schools, as I engage the community, I'm one of the type of people that, if you know me, I've always been someone who's out in the community and engaging. But I just want to thank the individuals that I come in contact with each and every day who say, Dr. Richmond, thank you for the job that you're doing. We appreciate you. But I also want to thank all of our teachers. The teachers are the most important employees in our district. I want to thank them. I want to thank our students who do show up each and every day and choose to do the right thing. We have some great students. I want to thank our parents who believe in Memphis City Schools for choosing us, because parents have a lot of choices out there. I want to thank them for choosing us and realizing that there's probably no other school district in the country that's better than Memphis City Schools, Memphis Shelby County Schools. So I want to thank them, and I want to thank all of our employees. Our team knows that John Maxwell quote that I love is, one's too small a number to achieve greatness. And we're great, and we're going to be even better because of the collectiveness of our entire school district and our community.
Well, I think you're sticking to your commitment that you made a year ago about guiding the district through the chaos and bringing some steadiness. So thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Richmond. We really enjoyed having you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect. And thank you for watching. Be sure to keep following Dr. Richmond's journey with the MSCS School District on ABC 24 and ABC24.com.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 24 Plus app everywhere you stream.